Hey, good morning, fuckers, and welcome to a glorious day at the Daily BM. And may the force be with you. Wait, or live long and prosper. I don't know, whatever it is. Star Trek, Star Wars fan. Figure we're gonna have a little fucking nerd talk today. So if you're not into the mood for nerd talk, guess what? Hit the fucking button and sign off. Because either way, I don't give a fuck. Anyway, so here we go. Hey, live long and prosper, fucker. How are you doing today? You look a little flustered. Are you not?
I signed off.
You're not doing the Vulcan
Nerd Talk
way?
with Brad.
All right, so let me continue. So, let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's pretty gross.
What's
Have
that?
you ever thought to yourself, looking at like certain Star Trek ladies, thinking, "Wow, she's kind of hot." Of course. Is there a certain lady in Star Trek that you think is like super hot? Like you would like say if you were a single dude, you'd be like, I would totally try to get after that if I met her in a private place.
In the Star Trek universe?
You know,
Or in real life?
Let's do both. Okay, let's say in real life, would you try to like hit on her? Why?
No. Because they're not the characters they portray on TV, so it's fake. It's not who they are in real life.
Okay, good answer. So what about if you were in the Star Trek universe?
Oh yeah.
Which one would you hit on first, and why?
Nurse Chapel from Strange New Worlds.
Really, the blonde? Oh, you would go blonde all the way? Blonde hair, blue eyes, huh?
There's just something about her. Her personality.
She is kind of
like
sexy.
her character.
She is kind of sexy. I mean, the part she portrays. She's got a little hotness to her. Mine's fucked up. I have two on the horizon, and then we'll get back to yours because I can see you're thinking. Mine is T'Pol from the original, NSX.
I was trying to think of her name, but I kept thinking. My brain kept telling me Tuvok, but I knew Tuvok was the guy.
I mean, if you're into Black Vulcans, I mean, you're all in there, dude. I mean, 100%. So,
no, I'm not.
I can see that with you. I mean, no, it's cool. It's logical.
Logical. I was thinking. I couldn't think of her name. T'Pol.
I go after T'Pol, which is played by Jolene Blaylock. She's super hot. Yeah, I know her name for all good reason. I will say I cannot confirm or deny. I have not searched for photos of her naked on the internet, but maybe not. I'm not 100% sure.
You dirty dog.
I won't double confirm that one. But then my second one, believe it or not, I got a little Kirk in me, man. No pun intended. I got a little Kirk. I got a little Kirk in me. I go after the green chick from the movie series, the reboots. The one that he was sleeping with. I was just something about her. I was like, you know what? I'd have to go out on a limb and say, hey, at least I put a notch on my belt with a green chick. You know what I mean?
I like Dax, the old man. Deep Space Nine.
The old man. I thought it was a chick.
It is, but Cisco always called her old man because she had the symbiote in her because she was Trill.
I don't know why I was thinking of the dude that had the big forehead and the straight nose. God, what's his name, dude, in Deep Space Nine? It starts with an O.
Quark?
No, not the freaking Ferengi, dude. He was a shapeshifter or whatever.
Yeah.
Started with an O, dude. I don't know.
Hold on a second. It was it wasn't Odor. What was it? It was
It wasn't Odie, Odor, or whatever. I can't remember his fucking name, man. But
you're Googling real quick. Google fast. We're not wasting people's time.
Any Star Trek fan right now is screaming at it, going, "No, dude, it's this. It's this guy. That's his name, guys. Come on, pull it out of your ass." The only other one I can think of, honestly, that I'm going to name three because there's actually three I would probably try to tag in real life because I don't know.
Odo. His name was Odo.
Odo, that's it. But
I said Olaf or Odoff or Odo. There's Odo.
I would have to say I would have to go after Wesley's mom.
Beverly Crusher.
Yeah, dude.
I think she looked pretty good in the new one, Picard.
She's what, 70?
I think she aged well, yeah.
I'd still hit. If I was a single dude, I'd still hit it. And don't even say it. I know you're going to go, well, you're close to her age. I know how you are, dick.
I mean, you are, but I won't say it.
Close to, but 20 years, asshole. I mean, really? You're going to go there? But yeah, Beverly Crusher, man. I don't know. There's something about her. It's kind of hot, dude. She was even hot in her youth, dude. And she's she's maintained her beauty all the way through these years, man. There's a lot of older women. We know we've mentioned this before, but there's a lot of older women that are still super sexy today. I know Cher doesn't do anything for you, but Cher is one of them.
No.
Shania Twain. still looks freaking amazing for her age. I mean, because she's what? How old is Shania Twain?
Oh, I have no idea.
You know?
I have no idea. I'm looking.
She's 58, so no wonder I think she still looks good for her age because I'm in my 50s. Betty White when she was alive. No, go after the golden girl.
You know who I thought was hot too? Was Hoshi from NX from Enterprise.
You know when she was hottest? When she was a Tyrion.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she wore that little half shirt.
Yeah.
The Asian chick. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I thought she was cute. I thought she was really cute in that.
Warp speed, Captain.
So what about 7 to 9? Did she do it for you?
You know, she really didn't do it for me that much. I mean, she had she had a big, upper top, whatever. I mean, they put her in those, skimpy ass sexy suits, but
yeah,
she really just never. I mean, I'm not real big into blondes anyway by nature. I like brunettes and redheads, like especially, gotta love them reds. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. All right. Seriously though, but how about them reds? Was there any really redheads in Star Trek besides Beverly Crusher in the early days? When she Auburn for a little while there?
No.
Yeah, I can't think of any off the top of my head that were really redheads in Star Trek. But yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, man, there's a lot of older women that are still really gorgeous today. Oh my God, I'm thinking of her off the top of my head. God, I just lost my train of thought.
What do you think about Kira from Deep Space Nine? Because she was kind of redhead, short haired.
She was a little too butch for me.
Yeah,
she came across.
I can see that.
She came across too manly when she was trying to be too masculine at times. Tough girl. I'm a tough girl.
Yeah.
So really didn't cut it for me. But
I think Ezra Dax was really pretty too. In
Dax
real life,
pretty.
in the show, I didn't like the way they did her hair.
Right,
because she had that boy cut. But it was pretty.
In Voyager, I never really thought the girl. Some people thought that chick was hot, but it was the one that was like always up Felix's ass, the cook, short hair blonde girl. She never did it for me either. But I'm not into blondes. I really can't think of anybody in Voyager that was really hot to me.
No.
I think that's why they tried to put 7 of 9 in there as a Borg trying to be hot. But other than that, so Mike and I got back from a trip, and we want to say we went to a mall, and actually I got lucky. We went to Cleveland. We flew into Cleveland, and we drove across the beautiful state of Ohio, and we stopped into Sandusky, Ohio. And if anybody knows if that name rings a bell, you've probably seen the movie Tommy Boy, because that's where Callahan Auto was for good old Tom Jr. To sell the greatest American auto parts for the greatest American working man. But we went to this mall, and it was kind of like, well, it obviously wasn't like the Lakeland Mall because that place is dead. It's like you're afraid you might get mugged or shot when you go in there. But they really need to do something with that, by the way. But we went into the mall, and it was kind of a little throwback, was it not for you? I mean, because it had carpet.
Oh, it was a huge throw. It was a huge throwback.
It had carpet still. I mean, it was like it was probably at least 2 decades behind, at least. You know what I mean, as far as malls are concerned. But I found a store, guys, in Sandusky, and it was the Federation store, right? When that was called something like that, Federation. But I saw a TikTok on it. It was what really started to it. But we went into the place, man, and it's kind of new, so they're still expanding into it. But man, it was pretty freaking cool. I mean, if you're a Trekkie, I mean, it's a great stop if you're in Sandusky or passing between Cleveland to Toledo. I mean, it was a good little stop.
It was kind of cool. I mean, they didn't have as much stuff as I would have wanted. They had some memorabilia stuff in there, but it wasn't as much as I thought.
What I thought they fell short on was not having enough to purchase. Like, just novelty stuff, like, cool, affordable. Like, I mean, some of those Star Trek shirts they had, were like from props, and they were like starting at $130 and up. And I was like, damn, that's a little steep. You know what I mean? But I thought they should have had more like good T-shirts. Like said stuff about the place, and that said the location, like Starfleet, Academy, Federation Outpost, whatever, and then said Sandusky, Ohio, underneath it, kind of like, self-promote it. I just felt like they fell a little short on the novelty stuff. Obviously I have my Starfleet, badge on, communicator badge, but I felt like they could have done a better job there. But I mean, overall, like they had a life-size replica of the Was it the
It wasn't
A?
life. It wasn't.
Well, not life size. Let me write a small, not life size. If that was the case, it'd have been on top of the building. But
yeah, we would have been
let me
inside of the
rephrase what
Enterprise. I mean, life size, you freaking hobbit.
You know, fuck you, dude. I knew you were gonna go. I knew the short joke was coming right after I said that. It was life size for you. You can walk right into the shuttle bay and go fly right on in there. But it had a big, huge movie model scale, probably is what I would call it.
Model scale.
It was definitely movie scale replica of the Enterprise 1701. Was it 1701 or 1701A? I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway,
it was the A.
Was it the A?
I think it was the A.
Okay, so it was the retro. It was the retrofit, or the after 1701 was destroyed. But because wasn't that destroyed in the Search for Spock? Didn't the Klingons destroy? He had to self-destruct that thing or something to keep the Klingons from.
I think a ship got blew up. I think a ship blew up in every episode. I don't think the Enterprise survived any of the movies.
Here's my thing: why do they keep putting Kirk back as captain? Because every time he would get his ship blown up, I'd be like this, dude. You can you imagine the freaking review like from an admiral? Well, Captain Kirk, you destroyed 3 Enterprises in a row.
You lost another one.
So we're going to promote you now to admiral.
Yeah, they get him out of the fleet.
It's like any other person would have been like this. After further review, you've lost 3 vessels, the last probably 4 years. So, yeah, we're going to dock you down to lieutenant. We're going to demote you. That's probably the realistic approach. You would lose your captain chair. Instead, this bitch gets promoted to admiral. I've never
his insurance rate's got to be through the roof.
Hi, I'm with State Farm, and I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that we've had an increase in your Starship policy. And how many shuttle bays do you have in there? 1. Okay. How many shuttlecraft do you have? Oh, you have 8. Okay. Well, that's going to increase you by another 15% because we have a shuttle clause in there. So any shuttle clause, does that have transwarp or is that single warp drive? Because that also will affect your policy. Could you imagine insurance agents of the future?
You know what? I wonder if they had guys they use cabs like they did in We Were Soldiers to deliver all of the death notices to the families of the red shirts that died all the time in every episode.
They beam in. You know what I mean? It's like, hello? Yes. We just want to let you know that cadet, we don't even know his last name. We're just calling him Red Shirt.
Red Shirt.
He was killed in action.
His name was...
Could you imagine though, you're getting you already know that most red shirts get killed in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, right out of academy, you're like, here's your uniform, and you open it up, and you're like, shit.
But only in the original series, because in the Next Generation, all the important people wore red shirts.
It was all a farce. They were trying to make you feel good, and they knew you were going to go to the surface and die. So they're like, we'll just put everybody in red. We'll just throw it out there 50-50. That's what you get when you go with us. My thing is if you had a red shirt, you were dead. It's as simple as that. I would literally been like this coming out of the academy in the original series. I'd be like lifting up my shirt going, oh shit. And then they were like, yes, Commander Garrett, would you like to go down to the Cadet Garrett, would you like to go down to Transport Bay 2 to be transferred down to the surface? Yeah, I'll be right there. Bullshit. I'd be walking away. Oh, you missed it. Well, damn. Who took my place? Damn. That would have been Cadet Preston. He went down ahead. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and write his mother.
I'd be the guy out of the reboot that jumps out of the thing to parachute at low altitude. He's like, and he doesn't pull his parachute.
Some Romulan ass. That'd be you all the way.
He bounces off the exterior of the mining drill thing. And then he gets pulled underneath it. Then he gets pulled underneath it into the burner and dies. And then
See, I'd pull my chute early, and I'd have missed the fucking platform altogether and went right down that hole. And that would have been me. Oh fuck! Ah, shit! Get sucked down in there and get mined to death.
Yeah,
be part of the singularity, as they called it, right?
Yeah, whatever. That was a good movie, though. I love that movie.
I really wish they would bring the reboots back again, but the crew has gotten so old now. I don't know if you could really pull it off. You have to come with new people because it's been so long.
Another reboot.
Well, not even just a reboot, but just a continuation of the Kelvin timeline would have been kind of cool. You know what I mean? I thought Beyond, looking at it again, I did watch it again because I thought, you know what? Yeah, the motorcycle part was pretty lame. The throwing into the motorcycle was kind of lame. I mean, I hate to tell you this, but you live in the future. If I had a freaking, I hate to say it, a phaser or ray gun, whatever the hell you want to call it, I literally shot you off that bike. Quick. The guy was a badass mofo. The whole entire, and then the last part, he just watches him drive the motorcycle around in a circle to get the girl.
No, he was already gone. He was already gone.
But his people. I mean, it's like, come on, dude. They all of a sudden.
Well, they were shooting him and hitting him, but he was using that replicator thing to make him have a bunch of different copies of himself, and they just weren't shooting the right one. That's a shitty.
So he just knew the amount of replication to have, the amount of people shooting at him.
Just luck of the draw, baby. Just luck.
I call Captain Kirk bullshit. It was very Captain Kirkish. Yes, I know, because he was the luckiest bastard ever. It's like fighting the Gorn and freaking in the original series, and he's like using double-handed, back hits, to knock out this big lizard guy. I'm
telling you though, I do like Strange New Worlds a lot.
That's a good series.
Like, I can't wait till it comes back out. I like what they did with the Gorn in that one. They're kind of very lizard-esque, and they look scary.
Because they made it more realistic, where they were 100% badass. I mean, it didn't look like a dude in a rubber suit.
Well, it was the 1940s. I mean, come on, that's what they did back in the 1940s.
They put him in a rubber suit, and he's walking like literally like a mile an hour. I mean, he's like walking towards him slowly, and I'm like going. It's like Kirk is like, and he picks up the boulder, and it's like you can tell it has no weight to it when it bounces off of him, and bounces off him like a rubber ball moving forward. Yeah. It's like, come on, man.
Kirk's looking like he's having to struggle on it, even though there's no weight to it.
I think my favorite parts of the original Star Trek series, man, and any nerd will friggin' agree, is when Kirk would get cut, and his shirt would be perfectly ripped like across, and he'd have like one single track bloodline going across his chest. Like, it didn't even look like it was like broke skin. It was just a bloodline. And you're going, he didn't even get cut.
Yeah. I just like how they ended up explaining the Klingons in Picard. Finally. Because, the original series, the Klingons are just normal brown people. Like,
right.
They're not.
They have no ridges in their forehead, no nothing.
Yeah, they don't look like they do in the Next Generation or later movies when they started getting budget to make the Klingons look more alien.
Budget. The money went up the characters.
That's what it was. It was a budget issue. That's why they couldn't make the Klingons look any better, because that's all they had. Like, it was a shoestring budget.
It's like they finally had a budget. That's awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy shit, but no, I hear you. So all you nerds that listened in today to us cutting up on Star Trek, I mean, we're not dogging it. I mean, we're big Trekkies, man. We love it.
Yeah.
They did have, the one disappointing part about that store before we get out of here was that damn fucking Star Wars section they had in it. It totally kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, don't try to just milk a little bit of Star Wars people for coming in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was very weak anyway. Take that shit out of there. It's not Star Wars. It's Star Trek. Star Wars ain't real. Neither Star Trek, but you can believe it would be more real than Star Wars. At least it goes off of humans and not some
100%
in a galaxy far, far away. I mean, that's why I kind of like. I mean, before last part of Nerd Talk, then we'll leave. That's why I kind of like the Battlestar Galactica series, because it was like humans were somewhere else, and then they were coming back to find Earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool, and the machines, and the Cylons and stuff like that. Although I still say the old nostalgia Cylons were kind of cool. Affirmative. Does not compute. The way they used to talk for back in the time. They made that weird 100%. Noise with the eye moving back and forth. I just thought it was kind of cool for its time. I thought Battlestar Galactica was way before its time. It was a really good series, even in the 80s, late 70s, 80s, So, anyway, enough of that. Mikey, let's cut out, man. Let's get out of here a little early today. What do you think?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, so nerds, don't forget, head over to thedailybm.com where you can find more nerd memorabilia. Just kidding. We don't have any Star Trek nerd memorabilia.
But
anyway,
not cool.
Yeah, we're not cool enough to have it. But anyway, head over there. You can follow us on all our socials. Don't forget the like and subscribe button. We'll be coming at you again tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Mikey, got anything before we get out of here?
Hey, everybody, have a great day and just go out there and kill it today.
Hey, and don't forget, engage. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Deuces.